Hey everyone, welcome back to another Fusion Room video. This week is Malachite's room, and as you can probably tell, we have yet to do the rooms of Lapis or Jasper, mainly because they're not crystal gems, but we decided it'd be really cool to see that anyway. And this week's artist is Storm, who is here to t discuss with us, and of course, as usual, I am with Michael to discuss.
So Storm, what made you want to do Malachite?
Um, well, Malachite is like a fusion of my two favorite characters, Lapis and Jasper. Um, and she's green, that's my favorite color. That doesn't really have to do with it, but mainly the scene, the two favorite scenes from Steven Universe is the fusion of Malachite and the fight between Alexandrite and Malachite. It's kind of like my pinpoints for Malachite.
So, what traits would you say were put into the room from each gem?
Well, one thing that I thought of about like Lapis, I don't know if everyone sees this, is the leaves and the bubbles. I was thinking of Meat Morps, from not Barnmates, what's it
Beta.
called? Beta, yes. And I was thinking about all the gems that Jasper is interested in, from like all the various episodes, like pink diamonds, rose quartz, and that one Jasper gem that's like blue and red. I tried to add them in as meat morphs. It didn't really look like meat morphs by the end of it. I just put them in bubbles, but my idea was meat morphs. Um, it's kind of clear you can see the Jasper's gem and Lapis's gem as kind of like they look like teleportation portals, or like they're like beams. They're not supposed to actually be teleportation portals, as it's like a fusion room. It's kind of fictional in there. And for Jasper, the trait is yellow diamonds, and right, and Steven, like they're kind of like observing like the room, and there's like, yeah, it's kind of like even though like Jasper is into like pink diamond, I was thinking Jasper is probably looking to appease yellow diamond as Lapis is trying to appease Steven.
Interesting. Yeah, I was gonna ask about that because I wasn't sure if they were like just projections or my mic is messed up. So yeah, I was gonna ask about that. I wasn't sure if they were just projections or like I know Steven kind of entered the quote unquote Malachite realm. So what was like
Well,
your inspiration for these visuals?
like I don't know. Oh, boy. I was about to go off explaining something. Anyways, um, they were kind of like in the distance, like the unreachable distance, like where you just keep walking and they get further. That was my idea. I tried to draw in some paths right there on Jasper's and Lapis' side. They're kind of mirrored, and my idea was like, like you would chase after them or something, or but you would never really get to them. Like there'd be like unachievable goals because they're always trying to appease Steven or Yellow Diamond.
I know you said that the teleport looking things were just a visual thing that you decided to put in, but can the
Yeah.
room do anything special, powers or abilities wise, I guess?
I'm mainly inspired by the idea of meat morphs from that one episode that I again forgot the name of. Oh my God. Beta. Yeah, from Beta. Uh, my idea was that like they would create a bubble and there like an art creation would be made inside of it, like a meat morph. I thought it was cute, like and like it would be the situation would be Lapis making leaves for Steven, and then on the other side there'd be Jasper making gems that she wants to destroy, or and that'd be like like a situation where Steven would have to stop Jasper from making gems she wants to shatter in her meat morphs. Um, hmm, the path was another thing. That's the main feature of the room is like the path, the running after the path. It was less of a less of like a room like Roses. Like Roses, you can do anything you want. It's just a room. It was more kind of like an outcome of thought. Like you would be in there, but there'd be less. They wouldn't have that much control over the room. They'd be like the room would be doing something to them because of their mental state. Was my idea. Like that's where the meat morphs usually come in, and that's why they can't actually reach Steven or Yellow Diamond. Like, and like their desires are more like things that haunt them would be appearing in there, but they could never reach it, or they could never, or just they'd be attacking them. So it wouldn't really be that much of a great room to go in.
Interesting. So, is there any particular reason why like certain things are on Lapis's side or Jasper's side? Like I see that there's the blue Jasper on Lapis's side, which I would imagine that would be on Jasper's. Is there a reason, or are they just kind of all over the place?
Well, I intentionally made it split up because the thing with even though la- ma bl- even though Malachite is kind of really one personality like Garnet or another fusion that I can't think of at the moment, like Ruby, is because they're kind of like at a war with each other. So I was thinking that I would put them next to each other rather as the same thing. Because they're less of like a fusion who's like fighting of who's the best fusion. So if it was the same thing, it would kind of like lose that idea or essence.
So what was your process in making a piece like this? I don't know, thought wise, like, oh, what did you think of first when you thought,
Oh,
oh, I do Malachite?
oh well, the first thing I was gonna do was it was a bit too passionate, which is why I had to redo it. I started drawing Yellow Diamond's angry face. I was realizing that that is a bit too detailed and too focused on Yellow Diamond, so I erased that and I started doing like the more of a backgroundy kind of thing. Um, for Malachite, I really did try to separate them. For Malachite, literally the only green thing in here is the background. If you look hard enough, I'm not sure if you can see it, but the background is Malachite's color. Um, Everything else is Jasper's or Lapis's. Because Malachite herself, she doesn't really seem like Malachite. She just seems like Jasper or Lapis, whoever's in control.
So stepping away from the piece for a second, how long have you been doing art?
Oh, seriously doing art. I've since I was 11. I'm 17 now. That's an approximate amount of years that I don't want to calculate in my head because I'm better than that. Um, Digital art was 2014. I think it was 15 when I started doing digital art, like actual digital art on the computer. So right now, the only art that I'll look at that I think is good art is this year.
Yeah, a lot of artists feel that way.
Yeah.
So what is your personal favorite fusion?
My personal favorite fusion. Um, I kind of have two. One of them is Malachite. Malachite is like the idea of Malachite is probably my favorite. Like the what happens in uh, Back to Earth. Wait, no, that's not it. I'm forgetting episode title names again. Jailbreak. Yeah, from Jailbreak. That entire scene I've watched like 1,000 times because it's literally my favorite scene in the entire like series. Like I could rewatch that and like it doesn't get old for me when they fuse. And but for like aesthetics, probably Stugolite because she looks like me and my friends, like our fan fusion of each other, looks a lot like Stugolite, but like with red short hair. I haven't drawn her before, but so like we always tried to make it look as much like Stugolite as we could because that's kind of like what our fusion would be. So I've always really liked Stugolite for that. And I have three. Opal. Opal to me is just she's just like the perfect looking person. Like she's the least scary fusion. Like Four Eyes is scary, so Rainbow Quartz is kind of horrifying. But I just like Opal because extra arms is okay with me as long as she doesn't have four eyes. I just really like the hair.
Awesome. So you mentioned a few episodes during this video. Are there any Steven Universe episodes that are like your absolute favorite?
Yes. Oh wow. That's a question that I wish you didn't ask me. Um. Can I say all of them? No, I can't. Um. Huh. Anything with Lapis in it, I can say that. That seems like what everyone else answered. But like Lapis Peridot moments is my favorite because that's like my all-time ship. I just like Lapis Peridot moments. They're really cute. Especially when like the upcoming episode we didn't even see it yet. I'm really excited for it because they're making children together, and it's like, is this Greg and Rose? I hope they become Greg and Rose. I want to see them fuse. So yeah, anything with like Lapis and Peridot.
That's amazing.
So is there any social media of yours that people should follow or check out if they want to see more of your artwork?
Yeah. I'm not gonna add all of them. My Instagram is Stormcard, no spaces. DeviantArt is Zyanu. Oh, and my Tumblr is Stormplush.
Sweet. So you do Steven Universe art. Obviously, are there any other like fandom stuff that you do often?
Right now I'm kind of doing projects, so it's kind of hard to do that right now. But usually when I draw, I do Toho projects. That's kind of like my top fandom. I just do a bunch of Toho. Like I'll try to draw as much Toho as I can on my free time for drawing one else for fandom. But like Steven Universe, I've done Lapis Lazuli once, so that's pretty much like my fandom. I don't really do much fandom art.
Okay, well, on that note, do you do commissions?
Yeah, I accept commissions unless they're like scary, not scary, but like scary details like NSFW. But I do commissions.
So thank you, Storm, for joining us with this episode. We'll have a couple more coming in the upcoming weeks,
Yep.
and thanks for watching.